Welcome to the Beyond Belief series, where we're taking a soulful look at the Bible. Here we explore our divine existence and get real about the conversations we were once afraid to have. This is esoteric insight, truth telling, and honest self investigation. We're sharing how old fear based stories have sparked an empowered shift in our awareness. It's going to be fun, y'all. It's live. It's safe to be here because we are definitely going beyond belief. You can find us live on YouTube Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Be sure to follow the show, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation. Leave us a kind rating or a comment if this speaks to your soul. All right, family, let's get into it. Welcome to the show. Hello. Hey,
Hello.
Da'Vette. How you doing, sister?
Hey, I'm good.
Well,
How are you?
welcome. I'm doing good. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are going beyond belief. This is a very special episode today because when you see this episode air, I will not be here. I will be at a plant medicine retreat. And we discovered all of that, or we were reminded that I wouldn't be here Sunday. So we were like, oh my goodness, we need to record something. And so we came up with the great idea, Da'Vette did, to kind of talk about this plant medicine journey.
Yes.
Yeah, this is very interesting because goodness. So as you guys are looking at this, I am somewhere in the world having a plant medicine experience, and Da'Vette is so excited, like
I
she's going to be doing it with me. And
I'm so excited. And
no, I know
you
you
know,
are.
I get to take over the show, guys.
Yeah.
I get to interview you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, I'm excited.
It's pretty cool. This is going to be, yeah, we're not scripted again. We're not scripted today at all. We just thought it would be something nice to say, to talk about it, because eventually I'm going to talk about this plant medicine. It's healing. So I hear.
Yes.
Yes,
So, are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm going to be easy on you.
Okay. Well, you do what you got to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me, what is Iboga? That's
Okay.
the
That's
first
it.
question. Like, because the reason I'm going to say this, the reason I wanted to do this show is because I feel like there's an awakening that's happening, and a lot of it is happening through plant-based medicines or connections that people are experiencing. And this is not one that you commonly hear. Hear the big ones and the peyotes and the what's the other one?
Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. Everybody
Ayahuasca.
can, yeah,
Yeah.
can connect to that
Yeah,
one.
right. But there are so many out there.
Mhm.
So tell us about Iboga and what is it?
Yeah, so good. I'm gonna be actually reading a little bit of this because I'm just finding out about what it is as well. So Iboga is a healing plant that is actually from equatorial West Africa. So namely Gabon, Africa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Cameroon. And the medicine and is indigenous to African people. So this medicine was derived from a second layer of root bark that's found in the Iboga shrub. And it's commonly referred to as like the godfather of plant medicines, but it has both masculine and feminine spirit, spirit. So it
Hmm.
can adapt accordingly to whatever healing is going on in that person, whatever that person needs. And so there's science behind it. There's some research that has shown that this plant contains alkaloids that effectively treat traumatic brain injuries. And that was especially stood out to me because I had a TBI.
Uh-huh.
And so injuries to, someone's head, if they've had some head trauma or any like blast explosions. So maybe for people that are in the military, and that are in war or something like that. But it also has been known to help with PTSD, viruses, neurological disorders, depression, mood disorders, and a lot more. So that's
Wow.
what Iboga, I know. And that, when I started to like read up on it, I was like, oh my goodness, because I still have some post concussion symptoms. I still have some symptoms from the TBI that I suffered about 7 years ago. I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago.
So, for those that aren't medically inclined, what is a TBI?
A traumatic brain injury, and mine was just a severe concussion, and that they classified it as a traumatic brain injury. So I fell off of a four-wheeler vacationing in Dubai, and had never been on a four-wheeler. Girl, I'm from DC in the city. I have not ridden a four-wheeler, and I have ridden a bike. So when we used to ride bikes when we were little, we used to try to ride the bike real fast and press on the brakes so you can skid the back wheel.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
exactly in my head what I was doing. And child, that thing, I flew. And Akila, I was with Akila, and she said even the four wheeler flew. So yeah, over there riding four wheelers without tennis shoes on, and I didn't have a helmet on, but I don't think that would have mattered because I never hit my head. I just landed very hard, and it shook my brain. I actually fell on my hip, so it
Wow.
was so jarring that it shook my brain, but I never even hit my head. So yeah, so a helmet wouldn't have helped at all. But I know now that I needed to do that. It's funny, all of the I know that was written into the script, and I didn't even
Yes.
remember that. Of course, I didn't remember it, but it helped me a lot. It really, really did. My life changed after that drastically, should I say.
Yeah. It's I remember it when you were going through this, and it was, um, maybe around 2017-ish.
Mhm.
And, I just remember how difficult it was to be on the phone with you and hear your friend, you know, not being able to have a complete conversation without throwing up.
I know.
Um, yeah, and I hated that for you. So I'm glad that, time has gone on and you've gotten much better. But getting back to the Iboga, what made you choose this journey? Like,
Mm.
know that you were looking at other
Medicines.
plant-based journeys. So, what made Iboga stand out in your mind to do?
Well, that's so I started flirting with the idea of like having a ayahuasca experience or a plant medicine experience when I was living in Panama. However, my diet, I smoked cigarettes at the time. I mean, I was following the keto diet over there, and I do remember reading like the requirements, and one was like you can't eat meat or smoke cigarettes, medicine, and it was like you had to be off of it for like 30 days. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to stop smoking cigarettes for 30 days for whatever this is. I just knew that I couldn't. So I was like, well, I guess it's not going to work for me. So I didn't think about it. But while I was over there, I did meet another medicine shaman, earth shaman actually, and she treated me for this knot that was on my head. It was a lot bigger. She treated me for hot flashes and also from some emotional stuff. And so I was seeing her for healing, and things worked out. But as I came back to the States, when I came back to the States, I started searching on the internet because I started the podcast, and I started searching for like people who did plant medicine because I wanted to know like, what is it? Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to lose my mind. So I didn't know. I was reading certain things, and people would say that they met their ancestors, or they would hear and see different things while they were on the medicine. And I've heard some like different stories, like people purge, and purging could be releasing through different orifices. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
like, oh my God, I don't want to go through all of that. But I was attracted to the healing part of it. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so
Uh-huh.
I found the Black Condor tribe. and they hold space for Black, Indigenous people of color, and they do the medicine for that group only. So I started looking at their YouTubes and or seeing them on social media and seeing that they were healing people who had PTSD. And I thought, wow, I'm a retired social worker, but I still practice doing mental health assessments. And I'm like, this could be so helpful to so many people. And so I had her come on the show. Her name is Gabrielle Blue, and she
Wow.
is busy, but I would have her sitting here now. And Gabrielle, I was like, she came on and told me about, we had that episode is, in the just follow me on YouTube and you can look it up. Gabrielle Blue, I interviewed her. I was over in Panama when I did it, and she was like, "Girl, we could just lose our mind walking down the street." So she kind of debunked a lot of myths about it. You don't need to smoke marijuana, but you could eat meat. It's just, preparing. There is preparation for the medicine. And but one thing led to another. Once I came back to the States, my diet changed. I got bit by a copperhead snake, and no, and that stopped me from smoking cigarettes. I didn't smoke anymore after that. I know. So one thing led
Wow.
to the other on this journey, and I thought, wow, me, I'm a social worker. I thought, wow, I have enough people. Maybe she will come do like a private ceremony for me and some of the people that I know, some of my friends who would love to do this medicine. And so she was going to do that, but she called maybe about 4 months ago and was maybe 3 months ago. She called and said, she was unable to do the private ceremony at the time, but that she was being called she found out that her lineage was from Gabon. Her father's lineage is from Gabon, Africa. And so,
Wow.
yeah, and then she's a ceremony leader. She's being called to that medicine. So I was like, okay, well, there are no mistakes, right? Everything that happens is for a
Mhm.
reason. So I said, well, let me know about it. Tell me, give me the information. She did. She gave me the information, and that's all I need. I'm going to go do my research, and I started researching it, and that's when I saw that it helps with depression and traumatic brain injuries, and I'm like, wow, this is something good. So, but it's in Gabon, Africa. So I thought
Right.
about it. I was like, okay, I could go to Gabon, Africa, but it's in the jungle, and I am just not ready for the jungle. Okay, I was thinking that it was going to be a little bit better than the jungle in Peru because I just know it's lots of mosquitoes and just, it's just in the jungle. And I was like, I'm not jungle material. I'm not ready for that yet. So, yeah, so she gave me the ceremony leader's name and information. And so I just kind of wanted to know more. And I met with her and I wanted to kind of ask, like, what do you mean by the jungle? Do you sleep on the bed? Are there, mosquitoes? Is it a bathroom inside? And so she assured me that it was the jungle. You do have some very nice, sleeping quarters, but it's no air conditioning and it's hot. And you wash your clothes outside and all of that stuff, outhouses, and just it's great accommodations, but you're in the jungle. So I was like, okay, well, that's not for me. And she laughed. But she did say, it is here in the United States. And I just was sort of kind of looking for something close to where I am in Charlotte. So, namely Atlanta, because I've seen a couple sisters on IG that offer plant medicine, ayahuasca and gombo, I think, and hape in Atlanta. So I thought I could go to Atlanta, but that's not what was I'm being called to go here. But I didn't really know that because my head was somewhere else. I wasn't even thinking about I'm going to go see her. I'm just kind of trying to get the
Uh-huh.
information so I can get close to where I am. And before, I want to backtrack a little bit because I pull my oracle cards. I have decks that, I use where my guides speak to me through the oracles.
Mhm.
Over the last probably 6 months, I have been getting information about looking for a teacher to help me to go deeper. And I needed to look for teachers outside of the traditional teachers that I think. And I'm not even thinking plant medicine. So I said to
Mhm.
my guys, okay, well, you all need to tell me which teacher it is because I don't know. I mean, is it, I'm in, of course, Abiola's group. She's my coach. So I'm thinking, okay, well, she's kind of sort of like a teacher. And then, I know you are the mystic between the realms, and you have been teaching me. So I'm like, I'm already with these teachers. Like, what kind of teacher? So I'm like, I don't know who to look for. So you're going to have to show me. And then all of a sudden, I started pulling cards about plant medicine. And I'm like, still not thinking this is the teacher they're talking about. So one thing led
So
to
hold on.
another.
Can I
Okay.
I have to
Yeah.
ask. So the teacher that you're referring to, you weren't thinking that the teacher was the actual medicine.
No, I'm thinking a
Okay.
human being. This is how
Right. So you're thinking
linear I am.
someone externally. Yeah. Yeah. But I think we all do, because we don't trust ourselves enough to be our own guru.
Mm,
So sometimes, that kind of stops us from seeing ourselves as having the answer, showing up with the divine answer.
right. You say that all the time. Yeah,
Yeah, because
that's
we
true.
are. Yeah, we are.
Because I
You're your
remember
own
remember when
guru.
I was like, right, when you let me know that you channeled between the realms, I'm like, oh my God, we got to help people. All right, we need to do this, we need to do that. You're like, you can do this yourself. And I'm like, no, no, I need you. You have to do it. They're talking to you. You're like, oh, you have
No.
the same capabilities that I do. You have the same,
Yes.
yeah, you can be your own
And I
guru.
just don't
We
like when
all
teachers,
channel.
I don't like when teachers don't empower people to see that you have the gift, the same gift. If you look at the universe isn't withholding anything. So to look at someone else and to see that they have the gift, that you don't have the gift, that's a lack mentality. And the universe just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work in lack. If I can do it, you can do it, and everybody else can do it, because we've all been equipped for our own journey. And that's what I mean by you're your own guru. And that's what's happening with Iboga with you. You're your own guru. Iboga is just going to help you remember how powerful you are. That's
Well, that's good. And I did not trust myself. And I am learning to do that more and more every day because I have
uh-huh.
always looked outside of myself. That's the conditioning. However, I know now that I am my own shaman. I am the shaman
Uh-huh.
that I have looked
Uh-huh.
for. And a lot of shamans started showing up in my life. And one of the shamans said, the shamans are showing up because you're the shaman. You're attracting what you are. And so, I'm like, okay. So yeah, one thing has led to another, and I have accepted the call of this assignment because I'm being called. My ancestors are calling me, and I told Gabrielle, because she's going to be going too down in Gabon after me now. But I called her and I was like, guess where I'm going? She was like, you're going before me. And so it's so funny. It's so good to have the support in that way for someone that is a ceremony leader, has been on this journey, and she's assured me that this is exactly, I mean, what I'm supposed to be doing. And I trust that. After I made the decision, I just knew. I mean, I knew that it was for me. And the ceremony leader, I definitely have got to bring her to the podcast. We met, we had to meet, and she had to, ask me a lot of questions, and I had to go through some, medical screenings and stuff like that, EKG, blood panels and stuff to make sure that my heart is fine for this. And when I met
Wow.
with her, I just felt held
I'm
by
so
her. I
glad
felt
you
very
said that.
held.
I am, because that was my next question. Like, how do you just said right way, you said segue right into it. What is the preparation physically, emotionally that you are experiencing, that you're going through? Have you had any second guessing of this process? What's the process been for you in the last month?
Mm.
Did you have to give up things? I mean, what?
So I had to meet with her, and she did ask me a lot of questions. I felt very held by her instantly because I realized that she is holding space. She's been called to this. She got a degree in neuroscience from Harvard, and she was teaching there, and I don't know if this was her journey, but she has given up some things so that she can be, she's initiated as a medicine woman, and so she's pretty young too. So this is what her calling is, and I just wanted to thank her so much, because anytime you are serving humanity in this way, it takes a lot for you to do this, a big decision to follow the call. So she asked me a lot of questions and she introduced me to a young lady that had the medicine. And so I got to talk to her and she told me that she has done ayahuasca, but now that she has done, if she had found Iboga before ayahuasca, she would have never done ayahuasca. So that spoke volumes to me. And yeah, 2 weeks before the ceremony, you cannot eat grapefruits, licorice, you can't drink alcohol, you can't do any types of other plant medicines, and you cannot take prescription drugs. So 2 weeks
Okay.
before that, and then you also Gabrielle just told me that the medicine begins to teach you before you even get there, so I was advised to journal if anything comes up that's really significant, and something did come up. I saw myself vividly, like I was watching myself. I had been trying to practice to do that because I follow Bashar and he was trying to say that you can see yourself, your oversoul. You can see from your oversoul's perspective, which is to kind of practice meditation and kind of looking down and seeing yourself. And I
Being
did
the observer.
practice. Yes, but it was kinda hard for me. I could always see the room, but I could never see me. Well, one night, I had a dream and I could see myself vividly. I was so beautiful. I was so beautiful. Everything about me was beautiful. I could see me in full color, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is significant." When I woke up, I was like, "I can't believe that." Yeah, it was so good. So I did make a vlog about that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was second guessing. I was like, "I don't know what this is." I was getting a little nervous. The only reason that I'm so sure is because I trust my ancestors. They got me. They've already
Yes.
told me, "We will show you the way." And they're always telling me, "Go forward, go on, just keep moving." And they're always talking to me through the oracles in my ear and my angel guides and everybody. So I trust this. I trust my decision that I make to finally do this. So, yeah. I was getting a little nervous. I mean, I'm leaving tomorrow.
So the question, dag, and I just had a question, and it's really so I'm picking you up tomorrow. And
Mhm.
I want to like ask you questions on the way to the airport. How do you feel? I'm going to ask those questions, but I think it's really important for people to see people that they know, go into this
Yeah.
journey because it can feel so far away, when you're
Yes.
watching someone else's video and you just don't have that connection. So I'm excited because I get a secondhand, firsthand view. So when you come back, I'm just gonna pick your brain. With that being said, how long does the process of this last? Well, how long is the process? And does the medicine or the plant medicine after the retreat, does it continue to work? Do you continue to, what's so big about this Iboga journey? That I guess that's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question because those are the questions that I asked. And I was told that integration could be for up to a year, that the medicine is talking to you after you leave. It's not just like this 5-day, this week long experience and then the medicine is gone. No, no. The medicine is there for up to a year. Integration can take, that long. So that's yeah, yeah. I don't even know what it could be like. I mean, I have no clue. I am going into this totally surrendered. You know what I mean? And trusting.
Yeah, I do. I do. I know exactly what you mean. I kind of feel like this is a form of Africa's what was on your brain your what is it on
What?
your brain your brainium? It's on Black Panther. It's based out of Africa, and there's this purple like plant-based medicine that they give the Black Panther, and it takes his energy, it takes his power, and then he's human and he has to, do all of this stuff without this medicine. But when he is given this medicine, he's a superhero. And so it sounds a
Yeah.
lot like that. Like, wait a minute, Africa kind of does have some
Yes.
vibranium kind of plant
Absolutely.
going on over there. That's
Absolutely.
what I
And
think
I
is so amazing.
I believe in that. I believe in this decision that I've made, and I believe in where I am going to get the medicine. Yes, I've spoken to people that have already sat with this medicine woman, and there are nothing but 5 to 10-star reviews. And the space that she holds, the way that she makes you feel safe, and it's like people were saying, like, it's like she knows beforehand what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and she's always a few steps ahead of you to accommodate you. And so this is true holding space. And so I'm a little nervous just talking about it, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never done
What?
anything like this. I started the Fear to Freedom Project because I told people I was like undercover living in fear all my life. So
Uh-huh.
I've never gone anywhere like by myself on a trip to another state, not by myself. I have not.
Uh,
And so,
so this is
mm-mm.
bringing out your bravery. I see how the
I
medicine is
guess
working before before.
before
Yeah.
it gets there, yeah, 'cause I have never ever I mean, I just would not be likely to do something like this on my own, and in the last relationship that I had, my partner and I we agreed that we would do it together, and so it's like we have had so many firsts, we had so many firsts, like, I just was thinking, "Yeah, I will do it with someone, not alone," but that's not what I'm called to do. I am called to
Right.
do this. This is my journey and I am
It
excited
is.
about it. I believe in it and woo, I don't know what
Well,
it's going to be.
I know that I cannot wait to hear the juicy details of it, but I'm also curious about, how the effects look. How deeply does this take you to? What kind of healing happens? Like, I'm really curious about all of those kinds of things, and that's why it's so exciting to see my friend go through this.
Well, I
So
can
you're gonna
tell
have a
you what I
lot of
asked
questions.
her. Okay. I asked her since she knew already about ayahuasca and she's had them both. She said that it's different from ayahuasca. Ayahuasca, I was told that it could be like an out of body experience, and a lot of people that have taken ayahuasca, I mean, they have said a lot of great things and a lot of great healing has come from that experience for people. But it's also been like, it's kind of been, I don't want to say out of your mind, but kind of out of your body and kind of like maybe like a psychedelic experience. I don't know.
Hmm.
But she
Uh-huh.
said the difference is that you are in your body and you are being held by your ancestors and it's very like it's very safe and it's very nurturing and it's just a different experience. And I wanted to know, will I meet my soul? And she said yes. And that is what I've
My
been on this
God.
journey. Yes, because I've been like,
Yes.
I want to know what my soul came here to do. Like
Yes.
I wanna know, why am I here? What am I here
Uh-huh.
for? Because now that I had the spiritual awakening and I know that we are spirits and that we chose to be here and like all of this stuff has come up, I'm like, okay, well, what did my soul come here to do? I've had a soul
Uh-huh.
contract reading, I've gone into my Akashic records. And so it's just likely that, my journey is moving upward. I'm just
Uh-huh.
going upward. And so this is a part of that. So I'm like, "What? I get to meet my soul?" I'm
Wow.
just that part, I'm like, "Wow, how does that happen? And what is my soul gonna say?" And because my ancestors were like, serve humanity, we will show you the way." Yeah. What am I supposed to be doing to serve humanity? And I'm interested in all of that. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I think this nervousness is excitement too.
Think so too. And I think it's cute because as a friend, because my friend can be very hard.
Did you whisper that? Could be very hard, huh?
And,
Yeah, I built some
so
protective walls around myself, but they are slowly but surely coming down. The walls of Jericho are falling.
love it. I love it. Okay, we're gonna teach on that too, because okay, don't make me go there.
Lord. Yes, yes, I will remember that one. The
Yes,
walls
we're
of
gonna teach
Jericho.
on that one. So in closing, what do you want to leave the audience about this experience?
Well, I would say that you just need to search your soul. And once you open up to your soul, open up to your ancestors. Like your ancestors ain't dead. What we think or have been taught, how we taught death was, that is just not, it's not true. Your ancestors are
Yep.
living. They are past, present, and future on the other side, and they can see everything, and they are guiding us. They love us. You got angel guides and all types of non-physical beings that are with us all the time and guiding us to our oneness, our true north. And so
Yes,
I'm just saying, like, if you want to know more, well, when I come back, I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, talk to your ancestors, set up an altar and call them because that's what I did. And they came forth. And they
absolutely.
told
And
me
they will come forth.
I can't, yes, they told me, they said, we came because you called us. So I was like,
Absolutely.
oh, okay, that's cool.
She sure did
So
call you all.
yes, I did. I've called more ancestors that I don't even know because the vet has channeled them. And then I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I've been calling. She's like, girl, you need to tell me when you calling people. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking to my ancestors, pulling Abiola's cards, following her. I'm very coachable. So I do a lot of the things that she says in our coaching groups and stuff happens.
It does. Like you can't make this stuff up. You
No, we
can't.
cannot make this up. We cannot make up that you brought my dad through this Saturday and he said that to tell me that he's always in the corner that I'm in. And then I go up and you come over to the house and say, "What corner is your dad talking about?" And I take you right to my corner where my altar is. Literally in the corner.
Right.
Built in the corner.
Literally in the corner. And your altar wasn't there when I was unhoused for 30 days and I had to
And
stay with my
stayed,
girlfriend.
yes, you
And
stayed
so
here.
this is, with all transparency, because that's how we are. So I didn't know that she had moved her altar. I knew she had an altar, but I didn't know that she had moved her altar. Nor did I know that her dad was going to, mention it. It's just a beautiful connection. Your ancestors and they talk to me all the time. I'm in the mountains, and your grandmother makes me look at a street that God knows I've never
Goes up
seen
a
that
hill.
street. Right,
Yeah.
and it was where
I said,
the
"What kind of
example of where
road?"
they
Yeah,
live.
because they lived at the top of the hill. They lived up that road. I know.
Yeah,
They are
so
so
you just
sweet.
can't make up this great stuff that is happening all the time for so many people, so many souls that is awakening. And that's what I think that this group is just this Iboga journey is just a part of that massive shift of consciousness. I think that more people are going to find retreats like this. So, how often does this retreat happen?
So this retreat, let me take that down. This retreat, I don't know how often because I just read on the website where someone went to the retreat that I'm going to in maybe like 3 months ago. So maybe she does it once a month. I'm not really sure. I'll probably have that information when I come back. And also, you can go on the website, the Bitwitty website. I don't have that up here, but I will do it like whenever I come back. And you can go on there and they have those retreats like pretty much all over the world too. It's not just in
Okay.
Gabon, Africa. They have them here stateside and they're doing it all the time. And the one in Africa is 2 weeks long. It's for 2
Whoa.
weeks.
So you're in the
Yes.
jungle 2 weeks.
Yes, yes.
That sounds
This
so
one I'm going
interesting.
to is a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
But at least you're in the States. It's
Yes, I
not the
was
jungle
gonna be in
experience.
the
But you know
States.
what? I'm gonna build my muscle up because I would love to have that kind of experience. But I don't know about 2 weeks.
I know I said the same thing. I didn't know about Iboga or going where I'm going, and here I am going. So yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even. It's like a total surrender. Whenever it's the calling and your path is to go here, it's nothing you can do about it.
There is nothing
Yeah.
that you can do about your soul's awakening. There is nothing
Well, I
that you
guess we
can
can
do.
say we can resist it, but I just feel surrendered. I am totally surrendered.
Yeah, but even in your resisting of it, it's like kicking the can down the road. It still shows up. It just may not show up in the area that you are really ready to deal with it in. And so then it tries to awaken in another situation, and it will keep trying to awaken every
Mhm.
chance it gets because the spirit has to awaken. It just no one can stay for the duration of their time here on the earth. That's not what the school is about.
Mhm.
This school is the school of elevation and a school of constant evolution. So that just doesn't make any sense. So, I'm going to let you go. I just love that we had this beautiful conversation. Thank you for, sharing your journey, because I think that this kind of journey is so important, especially to brown people who we don't generally talk about stuff like this.
Yes.
And not all of us have this kind of experience. We are still fighting the oppression of being programmed by religion.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
so these
colonizers.
things feel real hoodooish and voodooish in the mind of those who are still holding on to their religious patterns. However, more people like yourself are breaking free. And I believe that this is a beautiful journey for everybody to witness. So thank you for sharing that journey with your family.
You
I'm
are
happy.
welcome. This is the true Fear to Freedom project. I
It is
am the Fear
true.
to Freedom project. Yeah, because I'm nervous talking about it, because you're right, because of all of these misconceptions and all of these conditions that we placed on ourselves. But I tell you what,
Yeah.
I trust my ancestors and my spirit guides and my spirit team, my angels. I trust them. I trust myself, and I know what's going on with me is not something that I am doing myself. I'm not making this up. I ain't that clever. I'm smart, but I ain't that clever to do this. So, yeah. So,
Absolutely. No.
yeah, this is going to
This
be
is
good.
nothing that you could do, on your own.
Mm-mm.
You really have to have your ancestors pulling for you, and there has to be
Yes.
an allowing for you to feel them pulling for you for this part of the journey. I mean, we're not talking
Mm-hmm.
about before you awoke, before you awakened. We're not talking about that. But anyway, I am so happy. I will be there in the morning, my friend, to pick you up with the camera blasting in your face.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to do this for us. This is something I want to do for us.
I really do
I am
accept that, because
so
the
proud
journey
of
has been a
us.
struggle.
Yes. I really am. I'm so proud of us. Another thing I want to do, I want to give a shout out to a young man that has started his channel. This is the son of my loctician. She is one of the best loctician in Charlotte. Her name is Maria, and she has a business called Ruthless Roots. And so her son, I went to get my hair did, and her son has started his YouTube channel. It is called Lucky Guy Nas. So that's Lucky Guy Nas, Naz. So LuckyGuynaz. I want you all to go and follow that young man. Blast his YouTube channel. I know he's a young kid. It doesn't matter. He's our son too. So I want you to go and subscribe to his channel, give him a thumbs up and a like. And I'm telling you, Nasir, you keep doing what you're doing. Do your passion, love on yourself, and do all of the creative things that you want to do. You are the greatest, you and your big brother. I am so proud of you. The big brother was sitting in there getting his license for the first time. He's 15 and he's getting a license. And so you all have an amazing mother and an amazing family and other siblings and your stepfather and everyone. So, heart and love to you all. So yeah, we want to make sure that we support him. So go to Lucky God Nas and remember Dr. Deborah loves you. Okay. All right, everybody. We get ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a special episode, My Plant Medicine Journey. And we will see you all. We will be back in the Bible scriptures in another week or so. All right. Peace and love to everyone. You know you love that. Peace out.